You know what? X is an adorable name, and perhaps a grown woman who named herself Whoopi should refrain from mocking a 4-year-old for the name his parents gave him.
Not good for anyone, and it's not good for poor folks. It is not good for y'all because you become slave fodder. It's not a good thing. It's not good for women because you are now being told and dictated to, and you can't say anything because they, throw you in a jail or whatever. People got very, very, very angry and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, all of the mail from folks and the very real anger.
Hollywood has been rocked by an unexpected FBI raid, sending shockwaves through the industry. The iconic Goldberg mansion, long seen as a symbol of wealth and influence, now hides a dark truth that no one saw coming. Even the most seasoned agents were left in disbelief by what they uncovered. What secrets have been lurking behind those lavish walls for all these years? And why has the public been kept in the dark for so long? But here's the real game changer. The evidence they found rewrites everything we thought we knew about Goldberg. This isn't just another high-profile raid. It's the beginning of a revelation that could shake the industry to its core. As dawn breaks, the normally serene neighborhood surrounding Goldberg's grand estate remains eerily still. The air is so silent that even the faint rustle of leaves against the pavement can be heard. But this morning, that peace is shattered by the roar of powerful engines, hurried footsteps, and an overwhelming sense of urgency. It's barely 5 a.m. The sun has yet to rise, and the entire neighborhood remains deep in slumber, except for a few early risers out for their routine morning walks. But today, their quiet strolls come to an abrupt halt as they sense something is terribly wrong. A convoy of unmarked black SUVs emerges from the shadows, moving with a slow yet commanding presence. From them step figures clad in black suits, bulletproof vests, and dark sunglasses, silent, calculated, and ready for action. Without hesitation, they close in on Goldberg's mansion, securing every entrance and exit, ensuring that no one gets in or out. Then, bang, bang, bang. The sound of heavy knocks echoes like thunder in the eerie stillness of dawn. There was no courtesy, no hesitation. This was not a routine visit. This was a full-scale raid. Inside the mansion, dim lights flickered on. A shadow moved on the second floor, a clear sign that the homeowner was awake. Moments later, the massive wooden door creaked open, revealing none other than Whoopi Goldberg herself, a woman who had seen the highest peaks of fame and the roughest storms of controversy, but never anything like this. Despite the early hour, she carried herself with her usual composure, draped in a light gray robe, her hair flowing naturally. Her sharp eyes swept across the scene, analyzing the agent standing before her, not with fear but with evident surprise and slight confusion. Her voice, calm yet commanding, cut through the tense silence. But before she could demand an explanation, an agent stepped forward, retrieving a file from a sleek black briefcase. With a swift motion, he raised an FBI badge into the dim morning. Light, we have a search warrant. This is a federal investigation. Shattered the morning silence like a thunderclap. The moment the door swung open, FBI agents surged inside, swiftly securing the grand mansion. Outside, the air buzzed with mounting curiosity. Word of the raid spread like wildfire as neighbors emerged from their homes, forming hushed clusters on the sidewalk. "I can't believe Goldberg is involved with the FBI," a middle-aged woman muttered, shaking her head in disbelief. Another whispered, "She's a huge star. What could this be about?" But the neighborhood wasn't the only place erupting with speculation. As soon as news broke, reporters flooded the scene, cameras flashing, their lenses reflecting off the polished surfaces of the parked FBI vehicles. The media frenzy escalated so quickly that local law enforcement had to step in, setting up barricades to keep the growing crowd at bay. Meanwhile, inside the opulent mansion, the search was relentless. Agents worked with precision, splitting into teams as they combed through every room, rifling through drawers, flipping through books, and scanning every inch for whatever evidence they had come for. No detail was overlooked. Whoopi stood in the center of her lavish living room, arms crossed, silently watching as agents methodically combed through her belongings. She knew one thing for sure: the FBI never showed up without a reason. But the burning question remained, why? What could possibly make them suspect her? A stern-faced agent stepped forward, locking eyes with her. "Do you want us to call your lawyer?" he asked firmly. Whoopi inhaled deeply, her expression unreadable, then gave a slow nod. "I think that's the right thing to do," she responded. No one knew exactly what the FBI was after, but one thing was certain: they had a serious reason for launching this raid. Across the room, agents in white gloves carefully pulled open a drawer in Whoopi Goldberg's personal library. Inside were neatly stacked documents, script contracts, personal letters, and files dating back decades. One agent flipped through the papers, his eyes scanning every word with sharp focus. Meanwhile, in another part of the mansion, a separate team moved deeper into the house. They descended into the basement, a space rarely, if ever, visited. moving with hushed urgency as they searched for something hidden beneath the surface. Old, dust-covered boxes were pried open, each item inside carefully inspected. Then, suddenly, an agent's voice cut through the tense silence. "I think we found something." Immediately, the entire FBI team inside the mansion gathered. From a concealed corner of the basement, they pulled out a heavy old metal box. It was tightly locked, showing no signs of recent tampering, as if it had been hidden away for years. Whoopi stood a few feet away, her gaze fixed on the box, her brows furrowed. "I've never seen that before," she said slowly, her voice laced with uncertainty. The agents exchanged knowing glances before quickly sealing the box, opting not to open it on the spot. Instead, they carefully secured it for further analysis by specialists. After hours of combing through the mansion, the FBI finally departed, silent and tight-lipped, refusing to answer the flood of questions from the press. No one knew what had been uncovered, but the fact that they had left with evidence only fueled speculation. Outside, the gathered crowd gradually began to disperse, but the whispers only grew louder. News headlines erupted across the media. FBI raids Whoopi Goldberg's mansion. What's going on? Mystery at Whoopi's estate. What did agents find? The entire country was left waiting for answers. But at that moment, only those within the investigation knew the truth, a truth that had the potential to change everything. Whoopi Goldberg had never been a stranger to controversy. As one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, she had weathered countless scandals. But this was something entirely different. She's faced it all, from blockbuster success to harsh scrutiny over her personal opinions. But this time, the stakes were different. This wasn't a heated TV debate or a scathing magazine expose. The FBI wasn't responding to a controversial remark. They were launching a full-scale investigation. The raid on Whoopi Goldberg's mansion wasn't some random event. Law enforcement insiders know the FBI doesn't execute a search warrant unless they've built a strong case, which begs the question, how long have they been watching Whoopi? According to multiple sources, the FBI had been monitoring her for months. The specifics of their investigation remained a mystery. But one thing was clear, this wasn't minor. The federal agency doesn't deploy resources for trivial matters. If they secured a search warrant, it meant they believed something significant was at play. But the biggest mystery remains. What exactly made Whoopi Goldberg a target? Some legal experts speculate this could be tied to financial misconduct. Recent years, high-profile celebrities have faced legal trouble over tax evasion and questionable business dealings. But if this were just a financial case, why such an aggressive approach? Why send an armed task force to raid the home of an aging Hollywood star? Is there a deeper mystery slowly coming to light? After decades in the entertainment industry, has Whoopi Goldberg unknowingly found herself entangled in a situation that has spiraled beyond her control? Whoopi has never been a stranger to controversy. Known for her blunt personality and unfiltered opinions, she's never hesitated to speak her mind, even when it lands her in hot water. On The View, where she's been a longtime host, Whoopi has built a reputation for fiery debates, strong political opinions, and confrontations with guests. Love her or hate her, she's one of the most polarizing figures in Hollywood. But despite all the backlash she's faced in the past, her career has never been in danger like this before. The moment news of the FBI raid broke, social media exploded with speculation. Reddit, Twitter, and TikTok were flooded with theories, ranging from claims that this was all a misunderstanding to full-blown conspiracy theories about what the feds were really after. The media, of course, wasted no time in capitalizing on the chaos. Sensational headlines spread like wildfire. Hollywood shaken, FBI raids, Whoopi Goldberg's home, what's going on? And with every new piece of speculation, the mystery only deepened. One of America's entertainment legends is under investigation. Could this be the end of her career? The incident even became a hot topic on late-night shows, with Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert taking jabs at it through sarcastic jokes. But beneath the laughter was an undeniable reality. Whoopi Goldberg was facing the biggest storm of her career as the FBI left her mansion. They didn't issue a statement, no indictments were made, no announcements of any crimes, and no explanation was given for the mysterious box they had taken away. Yet that silence only made the story even more gripping. Fans worried that this could be the darkest turning point in Whoopi's career. If the investigation drags on, it could impact her, endorsement deals, her film projects, maybe even her place on The View. Meanwhile, her critics are reveling in the moment. They're mocking her on social media, claiming this is karma for her past controversial statements. But Whoopi Goldberg has never been one to back down. Just days later, she appeared on a special episode of The View, breaking her silence before millions of viewers. She remained composed, but there was an unmistakable determination in her eyes. "I know what you're saying," she stated, her voice low and firm. "I've heard everything, but let me be clear. I have nothing to hide." She didn't delve into the details of the investigation, but the message was clear. She wasn't going to let this scandal define her. Yet the big question remains, will her words be enough to sway public opinion, or is this just the beginning of a turbulent chapter in Whoopi Goldberg's life? The FBI has yet to disclose any details about the investigation, deepening the mystery. The question isn't just about what's really happening. It's whether Whoopi Goldberg can withstand this storm. A heavy silence hangs over Goldberg's lavish mansion as the agents move in. Cold beams of flashlight pierce through the dimly lit rooms, scanning every corner. Neatly arranged bookshelves, carefully hung paintings. Everything appears in order, but what they're searching for isn't in plain sight. It's hidden deep within secrets that have never been exposed. As the search intensifies, one agent pauses in front of a wall in the office. A barely noticeable groove runs along its base. At first, it seems like nothing more than a decorative detail. But then, as a finger accidentally brushes against it, a faint clicking sound echoes through the room. Everyone freezes. A seasoned agent crouches down, running his hand along the groove. This time, it's not just a noise. A section of the wall trembles slightly, then begins to slide open, revealing a concealed door that wasn't in the house's blueprints. Tense glances are exchanged. No one knows what lies beyond that door. Several agents instinctively reach for their weapons, bracing for what comes next. Prepared for anything, the agents steadied themselves as the hidden door slid open, revealing a long, dark hallway that led to a deep, unlit basement. The air was thick with dampness, carrying the musty scent of a place long forgotten. There were no extravagant furnishings, no signs of life, only dust-covered wooden shelves and an old table sitting alone in the center of the room. But what truly captured the agent's attention were the neatly stacked metal boxes in the corner. Each one was carefully sealed, undisturbed for what seemed like years. An agent pried open the first box, revealing a collection of aged documents, some stamped top secret. The pages were yellowed with time, yet their contents remained perfectly legible. Another agent skimmed through the pages, then suddenly stopped. Familiar names leaped off the paper, some belonging to the most influential figures in entertainment and politics. But what truly sent a chill down his spine wasn't the documents. It was something buried deep at the bottom of the box. A handwritten letter, inscribed on thick parchment and sealed with red wax. It had clearly been there for decades, maybe longer. But what stunned the FBI wasn't just the letter itself. It was the symbol on the wax seal, a mark that had surfaced in a high-profile case, a mystery that had haunted investigators for years. The lead agent carefully lifted the letter, his eyes scanning every detail on the envelope. The sender's full signature was missing, but one sentence inside delivered an ominous message. If this letter is ever found, it means the truth must never be revealed. The words carried an eerie weight, cold, cryptic, and laced with a sense of foreboding. Was this a message to the future or a warning meant to deter anyone from uncovering the truth? The most pressing question, however, remained. How did this letter end up inside Whoopi Goldberg's lavish mansion? Did she even know it existed? The FBI quickly formed a theory, one that could shake Hollywood to its core. They suspected this case might be linked to one of the most notorious scandals in entertainment history, an unsolved disappearance. A secret buried by the powerful for decades. But secrets never stay hidden forever. News of the FBI's discovery leaked almost instantly, igniting a media firestorm. Headlines across the country blared, "FBI discovers secret vault in Whoopi Goldberg's mansion. What's she hiding?" Speculation ran wild, ranging from the plausible to the outright conspiratorial. Some believed Goldberg was in possession of highly classified information on Hollywood's darkest secrets. Others suspected an even larger cover-up at play. Regardless of the theories, one thing was certain. Whoopi Goldberg was no longer just a legendary actress. She had become the central figure in one of the FBI's most puzzling investigations. And the biggest question of all still loomed: what was inside that letter? And where would it lead the FBI next? Whoopi Goldberg's mansion turned into a media circus after the FBI raid. Within hours, the news spread like wildfire, dominating major newspapers, television broadcasts, and social media feeds with sensational headlines. The public eagerly dissected every detail that surfaced. But what they didn't know was that, behind closed doors, the FBI was meticulously piecing together clues from the documents found in the secret room. Slowly, a shocking theory began to take shape. Could Goldberg be connected to one of Hollywood's most infamous mysteries? As the investigation progressed, agents realized the sealed documents were far more than just personal records. Some contained letters exchanged between Goldberg and some of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry. Directors, producers, even executives from major Hollywood corporations. One particular set of letters caught the FBI's attention, an exchange between Goldberg and a mysterious name, Howard L. Emerson. While the name might not mean much to the general public, in investigative circles, it was a major clue. Emerson was a highly influential film producer from the 1970s to the 1990s, but his story took a bizarre turn when he abruptly withdrew from the industry and vanished without a trace. His last public appearance was in 1994, right before a financial scandal involving one of Hollywood's biggest studios erupted. Rumors suggest that Emerson fled the United States, severing all ties with the film industry. But that raises the biggest question: why would Whoopi Goldberg be associated with such a figure? Among the most shocking discoveries was a handwritten letter signed by Goldberg, dated 1993. The contents were brief, but chilling. "I know what happened that night. If the truth comes out, we're all in trouble." What night was she referring to? And what happened that was so serious that Goldberg felt the need to put those words in writing? Another letter, sent a few months later, seemed to offer reassurance. "They won't find anything. Just keep quiet." These cryptic messages only added fuel to the growing suspicion that the documents found in Goldberg's mansion weren't just personal notes, but evidence of something much bigger, possibly a long-buried Hollywood conspiracy. What truly stunned the FBI, however, was another piece of evidence uncovered in the secret room, an old VHS tape labeled "Do Not Watch, Private." Just by looking at it, agents could tell that if the tape held anything significant, it had been deliberately hidden for decades. Without hesitation, they sent it to a lab to restore its contents. As the FBI delved deeper into the investigation, they discovered that Goldberg had close ties to a network of powerful Hollywood elites during the late 1980s and early 1990s, some of whom had been named in scandals that were quietly buried. One case in particular stood out. In 1991, a young actress suddenly vanished from Hollywood after accusing a high-profile figure of misconduct. However, the case was swiftly silenced. The accuser's identity was never made public, and the media never spoke of it again. Now, the FBI was left asking, did Whoopi Goldberg know about this case? Was she involved, either knowingly or unknowingly? And most importantly, could the documents found in her mansion be the key to reopening a case that had remained buried for more than 3 decades? As news of the leaked documents from Whoopi Goldberg's mansion spread, the public was thrown into a whirlwind of speculation. Loyal fans who had followed her for decades struggled to make sense of the shocking revelations. Some theorized that Goldberg may have been unknowingly entangled in an event she never anticipated, while others believed she was concealing a major secret, one that the FBI was only beginning to unravel. Now the FBI is faced with a mountain of documents, evidence that could completely alter the public's perception of Whoopi Goldberg. What they uncovered in the secret room may only be the beginning, with far more yet to be revealed. What does that old VHS tape contain? Do the seized letters truly connect to a long-buried Hollywood scandal? And if the full truth comes to light, what will it mean for Goldberg's legacy and career? One thing is certain: the investigation is far from over. What the FBI uncovers next could change everything. The raid on Whoopi Goldberg's mansion has sent shockwaves through Hollywood and the media, fueling countless theories. What is Goldberg hiding? Could the seized documents be tied to a shocking secret? And why is the FBI pursuing this case so aggressively? For days, the public has been left to speculate. Who initiated this investigation? Was someone deliberately targeting Goldberg to damage her reputation? Industry insiders have revealed that the FBI acted on an anonymous tip that led them straight to her mansion. But who sent that tip? And what motive did they have for dragging Goldberg into this unfolding mystery? In the aftermath, public opinion remains divided. Some believe Goldberg is innocent, caught up in a misunderstanding or even a political conspiracy. Others remain skeptical. If the situation were as straightforward as she claimed, why did the FBI move so swiftly and decisively? And the biggest question of all, could there be something Whoopi Goldberg still isn't telling us? No matter how plausible her story sounds, there are still far too many unanswered questions. The big question now is, can Goldberg weather this storm? Hollywood has witnessed countless stars fall from grace due to scandals, but it has also seen others rise above adversity, reclaim their legacy, and continue to shine. Whoopi Goldberg is undoubtedly a powerhouse in the industry, a talent who has left an undeniable mark. But will that be enough to sustain her through this controversy? Only time will tell. One thing is certain: this story is far from over. What exactly did the FBI uncover, and what does it mean for Goldberg's future? This is merely the opening chapter, and what comes next could be even more shocking. Whatever. The truth may be, Whoopi Goldberg stands at a pivotal moment in her career. Hollywood has seen stars crumble under the weight of public scrutiny, while others have emerged stronger than ever. Will Goldberg be another casualty? Or will she rise above it all and continue writing her legacy? As the mystery unfolds, one thing is undeniable: the world is watching. And no matter the final revelation, it won't just impact Whoopi Goldberg. It has the potential to shake the entire entertainment industry. Let's see what happens next. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any further updates. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.